What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Creole Barbie here with Creole Barbie. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment below. Most of all, subscribe to my hottest movie, definitely indeed, which is the Barbie game. If it's your first time visiting, welcome. I'm a current USPS employee. I work as a clerk in letter automation and tons of videos pertaining to USPS. How to apply with the postal service, what to expect, how to read your paycheck stubs, and more. So be sure to check out my USPS playlist where I'll give you a great deal of insight on what to expect when joining the postal service. Without further ado, please allow me to get into my video because I'm definitely not going to talk too long in this video. What I want to talk with you guys about today is what to expect when becoming a holiday clerk. Everything you need to know will be in this video. A lot of you guys have been applying to becoming a holiday clerk. I really want to talk to you guys about it because there really isn't much of a difference. I've been getting a lot of comments in the comment section below asking how many hours does a holiday clerk get? Is the pay the same? Will they be doing the same job functions that a PSC 360 will be doing? As a PSE and as a holiday clerk, pretty much as a holiday clerk, you're coming in on a seasonal basis. However, one of the coolest things about being a holiday clerk is that there's no commitment. When I say no commitment, meaning you have no ties with the postal service. Once you do your time, you will then have a chance to coming back as a PSC 360. But as far as being committed to the post office, you're not committed. So that's your time to see if the post office is actually something that you would like to do for the near future. I say learn as much as you can learn, because everything that you're doing in that particular holiday seasonal position, unless you were to apply for a different craft, when you come back as a 360, you'll be doing the exact same job function. Now, granted, there are different units in the postal service, even though you're a clerk. For example, as a holiday position, you're being brought back on a 360 term after they offer you a position and say, hey, we know that you work for the postal service as a seasonal clerk. However, we want to offer you to come back and this time work on a 360-day basis. At that time, once you accept that position, you may or may not be brought back specifically to that department, which is letter automation. Might end up going to FSM, which was flat sorter machine. You might be going downstairs to the bundle sorter, or you're dealing with parcels, or you might be going to another unit, express, or there's different units when it comes to clerks. That's what I like about it, because it's very diverse. A clerk can also go to a station and work at the back of the house, and they can also become window trained to work in the front of the house. That's all for a different video. However, there are different job functions you can do. There's no commitment to anything that you're currently doing. However, I would say learn as much as you can learn. When you're in overtime, you'll kind of see exactly when you get bounced around. You might be working at this particular area for 1 hour or two, and they might tell you, hey, they need help in this unit, which is department, so we need you to go there and help them as well. So that's one of the great things about it. As far as work hours, typically your work hours vary depending on volume and staffing. Now, when I was a holiday clerk, I worked 40 plus more hours a week. I still had to go by the guidelines of not going over the 20-hour limit per week in overtime. However, I still got offered to work overtime. For PSCs, it's 11.5 hours. You can't go over 11.5 hours as a PSC. They kind of treat the holiday clerks the same manner. You can't go over 11.5 hours, even though that you are a holiday clerk. They still have guidelines and stipulations when it comes to it. Another thing that I feel like holiday clerks also have that's the same, it's just the scheduling with your days off. Pretty much your supervisor sees what days off is necessary for you, and you just go along those terms and lines of following the schedule as if they were to do a PSC. So you don't get set days off. Every week your day off can change depending on staffing needs. A holiday clerk is specifically there for the holiday season to help with the volume of the mail and parcel rush. Once that's over, they'll have you leave, and then you'll be offered to come back. That's the difference from a holiday clerk, is that they will then tell you, okay, the holiday season is now over. So therefore, thank you for coming. Thank you for working. We'll need your badge. And here's this lack of work letter. If you want to come back, be on the lookout for HR to contact you to bring you back on a 360 term. So in all aspects, there is a difference with a holiday clerk and a PSC 360. As far as the work function of it all, no. Everything that you're doing as a holiday clerk, expect to do it when you come back as a PSE. When you also are a holiday clerk, you accumulate something called annual. Believe it or not, holiday clerks do accumulate annual. What is annual? Paid time off. You accumulate 4 hours of annual per pay period. Now, one of the things about that is if you don't use all of your annual during your holiday season, what will happen is once your term is over with, they'll go ahead and put all of the time you didn't use into a check. On your last paycheck, it's almost like cashing out your annual. That's something that they do with PSCs as well when they go on a 5-day. They take all the annual they accumulated for the year and they pay them on their paycheck. When you think about it, two different things, but the same exact kind of way when working together, the way it functions. I myself was a holiday seasonal clerk. I became a PSC 360. From there, I became a career employee at the USPS. For people to ask me, is it worth my time? Yes. Just by getting your foot in the door is worth it. Literally, there's thousands of people who wanted to apply for the post office, and some of these people did not get a call back yet, or they're not in there yet for whatever reason. So for you just to be able to get that particular position as a seasonal employee, take it, wear it, own it, and do the best you can do. Rest up my video. If anybody applies to be a holiday seasonal clerk, comment in the comments below. Also, has anybody ever worked as a seasonal position at the USPS? Be sure to comment below and let people know you're experiencing your story, because that's what it's all about. You guys heard my story. Now it's time for me to hear you guys' story. And you know what? Other people as well too. But thank you for watching my channel, you guys. As always, I love you guys. Stay positive. Stay in there. Stay postal proud. And I'm out.